Here we are again, Darley Army Studios, Power Quest podcast, April. How you doing, people? Well, we're here on the kind of rehearsal time really before the next tours. We wanted to have a little chat about what's been going on the past few weeks. The tour with Symphony X, appearance at Hammerfest, all that kind of stuff, which was fucking awesome. So yeah, Paul, how's it for you, man?
Yeah, awesome. Really good tour. What a great bunch of guys to be out on the road with, quite frankly. When you're touring with a band like Symphony X, you've never met before, but you know their reputation. You know they're a good band, well respected, and really down to earth guys. And considering the sort of level that they're at, made us feel really welcome. Great responses from the crowds. Hammerfest, first show with this lineup. Went really well. I'm pleased with it.
Yeah, I'll go with that, man. And,
the reaction from the crowd was just phenomenal every night. And Symphony X, as Paul said, they're great guys, great people to work with. And again, just blew us away every night as well. They were absolutely phenomenal. So great experience.
Yeah, I think it was something as well when you see guys of that stature, actually watching our show as well.
Big compliment.
Yeah, big time, man. And even in sound check, you're running through a song and look, oh, there's Russell Allen. Yeah, good job, Paul.
Quite daunting when you've got Michael Raynor stood behind you when you're sound checking your guitars. But
I didn't even know he was there.
Yeah, I suppose more daunting for you boys as guitarists.
Yeah,
obviously didn't bother me very much, but
well, yeah, that's so that Michael Romeo, a bit of a hero for you guys. How did you feel playing in front of him again?
It was awesome because I wanted to jam with him. That would have been cool, but it was a bit surreal. Your heroes, one of my favourite bands, and then you just playing with them, and it's just like great. Don't get much better than that,
Oh, this is what it's all about, isn't it? It's just the same when we played with Halloween a few years ago. That's probably the kind of pinnacle thing for me. Band you forward since you were a kid, and suddenly night after night playing shows. And Symphony X something I deal with, and you kind of have to be cool.
I think these are the opportunities that a band like us that you wait for and you grasp both hands and you make the best of it.
Definitely. What do you reckon, Rich? How was it for you, man?
It was awesome. It's great to get back out on the road after a year off and after writing the album. Yeah, really impressed with all the crowds. It was, phenomenal, really. Great. We all did really well.
I think that was one of the things, wasn't it? Taking out a new lineup, but also taking out new material as well. And you think, how the old fans, the die-hard fans, going to react to new material, different type of singer, how's it all going to work out? And from what we can see, I think it was almost like nothing had changed. The reaction was fantastic. To go out as an opening band, to have people cheering as you walk on stage, that really gets you in the zone.
Set you up for a good gig.
especially the first song as well, to see people singing along with the new songs as well.
That's
quite an experience.
Before it's even released.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
The power of the internet.
Where have you heard that from before?
Well, I think as well, when you look at the London show at the Scala, I think I kind of threw everybody a bit of a curveball when we kind of finished the set proper with Wings of Forever and realised we've got 5 minutes left, so I thought, oh fuck it, let's do Better Days as well.
Yeah,
I was
saying my goodbyes, I literally came to the front of the stage. Shit! Could have staged that.
What the fuck's he doing?
You're getting the drum back.
But I think the really noticeable thing of that song, in the same way that Edge of Time has done in the past, Children of the Dream, songs like that, it's the fact that it puts a smile on people's faces, even your kind of most hard out power metal, prog metal fans, that hear an open riff like that, and it's just, I can relate to this, it takes me back to the late 80s or whatever.
Well, it puts a smile on our faces as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, which is the most important thing.
I just feel it going around the room.
Yeah, good vibes.
Yeah, I think overall it was very successful mission. It sets us up very nicely for what's coming up in the next few weeks and months.
Absolutely. Bring on May.
Yeah, damn right. But we'll come to that in a minute. As usual, guys, with all the questions you've been bombarding us with, you know, I thought it'd be kind of cool to try and tackle a few as I did in the previous podcast. But I know you all want to hear from the rest of the boys as well as, you know, listen to me waffle on as I'm prone to do. So we'll go through a few of these now and, you know, get everybody's input on what they reckon. First up, a question from Gibbon.
What's up, Gibbon?
How you doing? Caused a lot of laughter on the forum actually, this one, and you've all kind of been placing your bets as it were as to what the actual answer is. Pretty straightforward question in a lot of those, but how old are all the band members? You know, and yeah, the answer to that is fucking old in some cases, and in other cases, fucking young. But we'll go through it and give you a kind of hard and fast answer to that. So, yeah, Paul, how old are you?
Real age or stage age? Yeah, I'll admit to being 35, but I'd like to thank the suggestion that I was younger than that. I know that my youthful good looks do cover it up, but yeah, 35 I'm afraid, guys.
Rumours are rife that I'm 14 and Gav's 13.
They're never that old. They're never that old.
Unfortunately, sorry to disappoint you, but I'm 22.
Gav, 27.
I had to think about that one.
Yeah. Don't get it wrong.
I'm Rich, and I'm 32.
As you know, most of you, I'm 39. And Chitty's not here with us today, unfortunately, but he's a kind of old rocker of the band, the 65. Old man. Yeah, he's 65 now. Only joking, man. He's 44, I think. So that's kind of cleared that one up once and for all. You know, whether you believe it or not is another thing entirely. I'll hand you over to Paul now for the next question from Cello.
Okay, hi Cello. Thanks for the question, mate. Did you have some song ideas yet when you were working with Pete as a vocalist, and did you have to rewrite those parts to fit Chitty, or were the songs written after Pete left? Well, the way I understand it is, I think possibly Steve, you had maybe half of the songs written, or ideas at least for about half the songs, but I don't recall us actually working on any songs.
I think we jammed Sacrifice
when Pete was there.
Maybe. But he didn't have much input with it really. He came in for a bit and sang a bit with it, but
I think
Sacrifice was the only one that. Well, he didn't even have a stab at it. It was just, you know, we were just learning the music.
Yeah.
And he.
I think it was a classic case really of. I think we kind of knew what was coming in a lot of ways. And we didn't want to have to be reinventing the wheel. So, you know, the rest of us, once Pete and Ben had departed, that was when we really started working in earnest on, you know, the arrangements of the songs, and the vocal lines were all there right from the get-go in a sense. So we didn't have to rework them particularly for Chitty, although, you know, he's a completely different style of singer to what the band's had in the past. But it wasn't so much a case of he couldn't sing what was there already. You know, it was just a case of maybe tweaking a little bit here and there to really sort of showcase what he can do and emphasise the better parts of his ability.
Some of the songs really were perhaps even made for him with his vocal style, you know, especially the hard rock stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
The vocals definitely complement the music. Yeah, and that's the most important thing.
Yeah, I think a song like Sacrifice and I think Better Days, Only My Dreams, and Blood Alliance as well. You know, he really rips the crap out of it on those tunes.
Okay, so I hope that's answered your question, Cello. Take the next one, Andy.
This one's from Indestructible. What's up, man? PowerQuest is primarily known as power metal band, but there are some other elements in the music on albums such as Neverworld, Imagine Never Dies. Which other genres do you think PowerQuest music may be alongside power metal? I think the beauty of PowerQuest is the fact that there's many genres in which we incorporate. You know, we've got the power metal, the kind of speedy side, but we also have things, you know, the hard rock side, the AOR stuff. We've also got, you know, some prog influences coming into the mix as well. It's quite a diverse, you know, bunch of different genres all merged into one, and I think that's where the PQ sound comes from.
Yeah, I think that's very true, and I think it's a blessing and a curse in some ways. I think from our point of view, you know, we're bringing all our respective influences to the table, as has always happened over the years with the band. But I think perhaps now you're seeing certain elements raise their heads a little bit more than perhaps they did in the past. You know, I think there was always a slight prog rock feel to some of the songs, like Lost Without You, for example. Those kind of songs, it was much more prog rock than prog metal. But now I think if you look at, you know, a classic song I suppose is Crunching the Numbers, you look at something like that and that's clearly not prog rock at all. That is prog metal, certainly in the instrumental section, you know, and I think that's the influence that, you know, certainly Andy's brought in, and I think, you know, I'm known for being a fan of that kind of stuff as well. And yeah, people like to pigeonhole bands. That's part of the problem though, and they want to say this is a power metal band, this is an AOR band, or whatever. But do you really need to break music into those kind of categories? But what I've noticed over the years is if you don't fit into one category, people seem to get confused. And whether that's a thing that people need to be a little bit more open-minded and not say, I'm a power metal fan and I like power metal. You know, come on, you know, it's music. You know, if good music is good music. It doesn't matter whether it's progressive metal or whether it's, you know, rhythm and blues or whatever. You know, if it's good, it's good. And I think that's the point, you know, we try and get across, that we enjoy playing all these various styles and fusing it into something that, you know, personally I don't think any other band does the kind of fusion stuff that we do with these different styles.
Yeah, it keeps it interesting for us as players and for the fans as well, you know. I think fans don't want to hear the same rehashed songs over and over. You know, it's good to mix it up a little and, you know, try different things. So.
But I think it all works as well. It's not like you've got disjointed sort of material that lurches from one extreme to another. There's still that flow in there that, you know, is what PQ is all about.
Absolutely, I think it's more about sound for the band rather than a style of particular style of metal. I think as long as we're, as you say, we're crossing a few borders in different types of rock and metal, but essentially we've got that Power Quest sound. I think that's the important thing.
That's it. I hope that takes care of that question.
Right, and I think Indestructible's got a question too.
2 questions?
Yeah.
Double
about
whammy.
Dragonheart. Dragonheart, the band that you were in a long time ago, now known as Dragon Force, became very successful and popular than Power Quest. And popular than Power Quest is, at least in terms of commercial performance and popularity. Do you feel any regret leaving Dragonheart back then after seeing them becoming so successful?
Well, it's a question I've been asked so many times over the years. You know, it's not to the point where it's got boring, but you know, the reality is, it's a good question, and success is a relative thing. How do you define success? Clearly Paul defines it like that, but
yeah, just blame me. Go on.
Was that what you think of the question, or some of the things mentioned in the question?
Just Dragon Force.
I thought on one hand, glad you like, because they wouldn't be a Power Quest.
Well, yeah, I'm not regretting that.
There's that, yeah, absolutely. But you know, the primary kind of thing for me and Steve Scott when we started Power Quest was we wanted to do stuff that was a bit more keyboardy. We wanted to do stuff that was a little bit more varied, if you like. And okay, you know, we haven't sold hundreds of thousands of copies of records, but does that really matter? Is that what it's all about? I'm not sure. To me, that's not what it's about. You know, there's
if you don't enjoy what you're doing, that is, you know, you've got to enjoy what you're doing, and that's the most important thing, I think.
Yeah, and I think it's PQ is not a, you know, kind of conveyor belt of stuff. It's different things going on. It's, you know, commenting on what's going on in the world. There's all those kind of different things going on that perhaps I would never have got to done if I'd have stuck where I was back then. Okay, I might be a damn sight more wealthy and a damn sight more famous, but that don't mean shit at the end of the day. Not to me anyway. Cool. You know, I'd rather be sat here now. Put it that way.
Good.
Yeah, damn right.
In a word, good.